Oh, all right, guys. We're back on your boy D'Anthony. And my boy Don here.
What's up?
And we're Break Room Blitz. So we went to go see Mid90's. And if you have not, this is going to be spoilers. So if you have not seen the non-spoiler version, go ahead and click off of this one and go check out that one.
Check it out,
so
Mike.
you can know if you should see it or not.
Check it out.
But we're going to get into some details and things that we liked and didn't like and wish happened and wish didn't happen. So this is your warning right now. Spoilers, okay?
Yeah, you've been warned.
So we'll start off with, I guess, some who's in it and...
Yeah, so we got a bunch of new actors in here. So our main actor is Sonny Sulejak. His mom is Karen Watterson. Brother Lucas Hedges. Nikhil Smith. Olin Prennett. Gio Galak. And Ryder McLaughlin.
He just refuses to only keep it to 3 people. I can't get him to do 3 people.
We got a discussion, and I feel like we're going to hit every single one of these actors.
I'm not going to know the names.
That's fine. That's fine.
So, what was the ratings?
So we got a IMDb score of 7.7 out of 10. Metacritic score is 68. And then Rotten Tomatoes by the critics right now is 81%. No audience score because, I mean, it's fresh. It's barely going to come out, I want to say, like this Friday, but there's like screenings showing up.
It's a, what do you call that? A minimum release? What do you call that?
Like independent film?
Yeah, but it's not a wide release.
No.
It's minimum release. I can't think of the actual word, but it's only in a few theaters.
Pre-screenings.
This is just jump right into it. I thought it was good. It was different. You know, they shot it in standard def, which I wasn't expecting that. But that's the whole 90s thing. We all watch those tube TVs, CRTs, standard def.
Man, I remember that too. Like actually going from standard def to HD, and like it was getting like wider and wider, and the aspect ratios kept changing.
Right. See, I didn't really, I guess, appreciate it until I had a real big screen. My first widescreen was like 32-inch, so, and I had like a 25-inch tube before that, so I didn't really appreciate it until I got something bigger.
Right on.
But the paraphernalia that they had was pretty good. I really liked his Street Fighter shirt.
Street Fighter shirt was
with
dope.
Guile.
Yeah.
Sonic Boom!
Yeah, that was dope.
That's my shit.
That was awesome.
Right.
I did like that. I did like the Ninja Turtle blankets.
They had Super Nintendo.
We're playing Super Nintendo.
They had
the Walkman.
Right.
The Walkman and the CDs, all the CDs, because, man. Yeah.
Now, one thing that I was able to really connect with right away, and this is just me, confessing, my faults as a young man, was the brother, the big brother. That was me. I didn't necessarily jump on my brother's bed and sock him all in the stomach. Dude, I didn't do all that.
It was really,
but I was mean.
Harsh.
I was a bully to my brother, and my brother was such a nice kid. Like everything just kind of rolled off his back, kind of like that kid. Still the kid still got his big brother a gift.
Yeah.
Even though he know his brother is mean.
Yeah.
And that's how my brother was, and of course he's not like that anymore. He's a little more.
Thanks a lot,
angry.
Jerry.
I know.
You messed him up.
I've apologized, but I'm being honest. I can relate to... I guess I just thought I was, I was the shit. I was cool. I was tough. And, my brother's going to respect me. I don't know. And he was always in my room and messing up my video game saves.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man, the Zelda save is gone.
Oh.
I would be pissed off. So I was able to relate to that a lot. I wish they would have got more into the brother, because the brother seemed like he had more mental problems.
He had a lot of issues for sure. I mean, especially after beating up on his little brother, there was a moment where he kind of breaks down, and I was like, "Whoa, there is something deep going on right here."
Right.
And they just never came back to it, and I really wanted to know what that was.
I would have wanted to know, because he kind of had a episode. Yeah. He chases his brother around. Socks him up in the face, and then he just kind of has a meltdown.
Yeah.
And you can see his toes all curled up. He's in a ball.
He's in a fetal position for sure, and just has his shirt over, and he's just not having it.
And he's crying and yelling out, and I was like, oh snap! something's going wrong in this household.
And the only information that they really give us in the movie was, when he talks about when he was growing up and he was his little brother's age, how the mom would like smoke and how she was different, and then there would be guys coming in and out all the time.
Uncles. He had a bunch of uncles.
Bunch of uncles, I guess. Which is kind of weird to say, but I mean...
well, that's what they used to call it back then.
Oh,
you had a new uncle. It's your new uncle.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
that was kind of weird. I just wish that like there was a little bit more time in the movie to kind of go further into that, because I mean the big brother kind of plays a big dynamic for this little youngster that's like the star of the film really that we're following the entire time. He goes into the big brother's room and he's just checking out all his stuff, and he has like the Jordans, the polo gear, the jerseys, and like the stacks of CDs and music and
you think
all
his
the
brother
magazines.
was a prostitute?
I
don't know. Because how did he get all that stuff?
And that's the thing. Like going back into this movie, they don't give you a lot of information about what each of these like characters is, and we only follow the little kid. And the little kid doesn't know what the mom is doing. I mean, we don't know what the mom is doing.
But she just got $80 in her drawer. Who keeps $80 in the drawer?
And she's not home all the time either.
Right.
Yeah.
And she never knows where none of her kids are.
Mm-hmm.
I think she low-key was a prostitute. I'm just going to be honest.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it could be. Maybe she does that on the side. I don't know. Again, they didn't really go into it. And, like, the only thing that we do see is just one guy, like, that comes out of the room. So... And, I mean, the older brother did say that the mom changed a lot when he was born, so we really don't know.
That's why it's very important as a parent to, even though, she was a single parent, you still have to, show some type of dignity and respect, especially around your kids, because they can build up some type of animosity towards you.
Yeah,
they can build up disgust towards you.
And it did show, like, there was some, like, resentment. I mean, the younger kid, once he finds that out, he's just like, F mom, and it's just like,
Now, his anger, I felt, was a little misplaced.
Yeah,
because it was like, F mom. Like, but you didn't experience any of this. I'm saying that I did.
Right.
F mom. Wow. I don't know. I feel like it was to me, I'm going to be honest, I saw... It was some spirits going on in that house.
I think that there was definitely some rebellion going on in this little kid, because he's really trying to figure out who he is, and he's getting a lot of influence from a lot of different people. His brother was a major influence, I think, but the fact that he beat up on him all the time made him not really want to, like, he couldn't interact with his brother, basically.
Right.
So he wasn't having that. So he did go and look up to other, older figures, being like these older kids.
They were all positive. It wasn't like they was whooping on his ass too. No. He wasn't getting bullied. So his anger at least towards his mom, was to me a little displaced.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just how the white kids are. I don't know. I had a friend. We went to his house the first time I ever went to his house. He told his mama to shut the hell up. He has company. I'm like, I think I should go. I think you're about to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And I've heard, like, white people being like that, but I've never actually, like, experienced it. I'm talking like 10 minutes while I was in this young boy's house.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up, Mom. It wasn't hell. It was F-U-C-K, but I'm trying to be a little...
Wow. That's crazy.
Trying to be a little PC or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, snap. It just made it real uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just how their household is. I don't know. But it just seemed a little displaced to me. Because he was a very nice kid.
Yeah, he was.
And then, of course, he did drugs and stuff like that. But I don't know. It was something going on in that household, which they didn't tell us. Right. Because the older brother, he got... I don't know. He's a schizo.
I think that his older brother must have been abused or something. I mean, yeah, and probably a schizo, and he just wasn't getting any treatment. I mean, they don't really know, like, tell us where the older brother is going or what he's doing. He's just like, I'm leaving. Stay the heck out of my room.
He was definitely a poser.
Definitely a poser.
Definitely a poser.
I mean, he's got the haircut, the rings on, the polo gear, and he's walking around like he's some kind of thug. And then when he actually does encounter, like, a street kid... He meets
his brother's friends.
Right.
And at first he kind of... Because I guess his friend hit him with the skateboard.
By accident. And he's like, oh, my bad, But then he's just like... He tries to, like, put his dominance on him, like you could tell.
Right, but it didn't work.
And it didn't work. It actually backfired on him because he wasn't expecting the other younger kid to be like, so what, you want to do something? What's wrong with you? Say something.
He put his hand on his face,
dude,
flicked his lips.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, he just walked away.
He just walked away.
There's no way.
And like, when he walked away too, just his demeanor is just like, kind of like, his head was low, he was walking off to the side. And
But that's how bullies are. Stop all this, trying to stop bullies. Everyone needs to stand up to bullies, okay? Stop reporting, stop crying. You got to stand up to the bully. Because that's all. Once you do that, it's over with. And they show you that. Because he had like a little punk.
He did.
He had like a little biatch.
Really, he did. I mean, he just like...
He talked about I was outnumbered. Man, you better sock him and run.
And it was funny, like, after he talks about the confrontation, he's like, I could have beat him up or whatever,
right.
So...
Now, with that heart you got, your heart too weak.
He got a glass chin. Hurt his feelings before he could do anything.
Right. Nah.
I think that there was some positive role models in some of these... mostly the older black kid that was like the better skater. He showed that he was like really trying to make it out, his way out of like his situation in life, whatever neighborhood that he grew up in or whatnot, trying to get like a professional skating deal because he wanted to travel the world. He wanted to do this as a career. He never like did any drugs that they showed us. He never did. He didn't
do any strong drugs, but he smoked and he drank.
Right.
But he wasn't like.
Right. He wasn't taking pills or nothing.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't doing anything like that. I mean, cigarettes. I don't know.
He wasn't. He was better out of all of them. He was probably like the most decent one, but he still had his own issues.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, just like kind of looking out when he's seeing that the little one is drinking too much, and just like, hey, give me that. You've had enough, kind of thing.
I think he shouldn't have been drinking at all.
No,
like bro, he can't have none.
I think that was the biggest thing too, is because like they're all trying to like prove to one another how manly they are or how grown up they are. They're growing up too fast.
Absolutely. But I did like the older black kid because he was able to mature and kind of realize that I probably can't stay with this group of friends for too long because I'm gonna end up because we don't have the same aspirations.
Right.
The light skinned boy with the long hair.
Yeah. He
wanted to just party.
Yeah, I like that scene too when they were actually talking about what they're all planning on doing, and he's saying that he's like, I don't really care about school. My parents are doing something with their life, but I don't really want to try all that hard.
Right. I don't take it too serious.
Yeah, for school, he's like, I'm cool if I just get C's, and that'll be it. I don't really want to do anything with my life. And then like the older black dude that's hearing this, he's just like, man, you got a ticket out of here, man. I want to get out of here. I want to travel the world and make something out of myself. Right. And then they kind of like, when they pan over to the other younger kid that's always videoing them, the white kid, he's like, I kind of want to be a movie, I want to make movies. And, they shunned him about it, They kind of ostracized him in that moment where it's just like, you're dumb, It's like...
I super hate that. I hate that so much. Yeah. And that's how most people are. Not just those types that are, it's kind of like low life. No. All people are like that. If you want to do something different than all your friends, there's always going to be some kind of hate. If you want to move out of state, you shouldn't move there. It's too hot. They got hurricanes. They got tornadoes. They got floods. Yeah. There's land there. Any reason to not go, they'll tell you that. Yeah. And that's how you kind of know you don't really have a real friend. Me personally, if it's going to better you in your life, and your struggle, and your thought process, and your growth, go ahead and do it, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you never know, because, I mean, there's always potential locked up into somebody that's just being restricted in maybe either, like, their schooling or whatever walk of life, or maybe they don't have the money to do whatever it is, but they have the potential, like we have a cure for cancer that's locked up in a little kid that can't afford to go to college, so that's what I always think of, so it's like anything comes to like any of that, you just really gotta like uplift and like promote your generation.
That's why parents gotta be better parents. Because I was watching this comedian, he was talking about don't tell your kids that they can do whatever they put their mind to. And I was like, this is just ridiculous. Some of these comedians we really shouldn't even be watching. because a lot of people get their advice and their
Yeah.
philosophy from comedians.
Right.
But that's the type of advice that will get you a kid that's on the pole, that's doing drugs, that's lazy as hell.
Yeah.
You know, I tell myself you can do whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. At least you could try. If you don't succeed at that one thing might lead you to something else.
Right. I think it comes back to since it's funny, you know, it's like, oh my god, he's a genius. I gotta like kick him, so that he doesn't get into a really expensive school. When the mentality I think should be like, you know what, let's get to that point and then we'll figure it out. Okay?
Man, there's always gonna be parties.
Yeah.
Let's get this money.
Right.
There's always gonna be parties and chicks.
Yeah.
As long as you get the education, then the money gonna follow. Then the parties and the women gonna follow. You gonna always have that.
Right.
So don't even worry about that.
Yeah.
So I liked what they put in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that people are like that.
Yeah.
But that was true to heart. I mean that's life.
Yeah. They really showed like the little circle of friends that they had, and each one of them like had a personality of people that I can relate to, and even myself, can relate to each one of them in one certain way or another,
Oh yeah, we all had friends like that. We all, had friends that they got the cool friend that gets all the chicks. But then as you get older, you're like, oh, he wasn't shit. Like it's when you grow, you realize
it is funny,
man.
Yeah, like some people that peaked at a certain time of their life or whatnot, it's like, okay, you peaked early and that was it. When I'm still like,
enjoying life,
hustling, and it's getting better and better.
Exactly. There is no peak.
Right.
Like, there just isn't.
I'll let you know when I get there, and it's gonna be nice looking from up here.
Right. I'm still gonna be climbing too.
Right.
We making a whole new peak.
Yeah.
But I do like that because what makes a movie good is when it reflects real life.
Yeah.
It reflects the struggles in real life, and that movie did do that. I might not like the message as a whole because the ending kind of it didn't. There's nothing to learn from the ending.
Yeah.
Because they get in the crash because the light skinned dude with the long hair,
right?
With
he's driving drunk.
Goldilocks. I'm calling him Goldilocks.
Goldilocks. All right. Yeah.
He was drunk. He was under the influence, and they crashed. But only thing that happened was the little boy got his arm broke.
But okay, so that was the other thing too, because like I thought that was like the biggest thing, but like when they're actually waiting for him in the waiting room of the hospital, they all kind of did take damage. They were all like just a little bit bruised. The one driving, both of his arms were like completely bruised up, and then one of the other ones, a little Hispanic kid, his eye was like really swelled up, like he'd just been like socked out or something.
He was socked. He was just fighting.
Oh well, was it from that? Because like I saw the fight and it didn't look like much except for like a little scuffle.
Well, but that's even the little boy had a black eye too.
Oh, I guess so. All right, never mind. So I mean, yeah.
If you're gonna show us kids that are all jacked up,
yeah,
kind of like that's the one thing I appreciate about Pinocchio. Was that when he went with those kids and they were smoking cigars,
right?
They actually turned into donkeys.
Donkeys, dumbasses.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was something that scared him.
Yeah.
To not want to be like that anymore.
Right. It's like, what am I turning into?
And this did not do that.
Right.
I feel like if kids see that, they be like, yep, that's life. Sometimes you got to get your arm broke, no problem.
Right.
But no, you can actually die and lose your life and lose your friends.
I think this kind of gave them this movie was more on that second chance part of this aspect because they were all going in the wrong direction like real quick.
I think they're going to keep doing that. And I don't think there was enough to really make them.
Man. I mean, deter them. But they didn't really show us all of that. I hope they did afterwards, but I mean, because that's where they pretty much left the movie at was this hospital.
Maybe the goalie. I don't think so. I don't think so. People only change when something drastic happens in their life.
I mean, he could have been why. I mean, he is the reason why they all ended up in the hospital. Mostly this little kid, but it could have been even worse. It could have been he's the reason he got him killed. Pretty much, they could have all died.
Or maybe the skater dude, the black dude. Maybe he can't skate no more. can't walk no more.
Who knows?
Something that would make the audience, especially the audience, be like, man, I really shouldn't be doing
even
that.
more sympathetic. Yeah, it's like, oh, they got away with it. They bounced back.
That's my issue with movies. There's not a lot of morals in movies nowadays. It's just really pretty much
you can take this
do what you
moral,
want.
but I mean, yeah, I feel you on that. I just feel like it could have been more dramatic as far as like the moral. The moral of the story: don't do drugs, don't drink and drive, don't do all these things that they're doing because you're gonna end up killing the people close to you.
They didn't kill no one.
But that's what I'm saying, and like maybe they should have. It would have been more impactful, I think. But
Absolutely.
I mean, it wasn't like that.
And a lot of people in the theater, they did not like the ending. They were like,
really?
"What? Is that it?
Oh.
You didn't hear that?"
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I mean, heard a lot of that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it ends a little abruptly. Like I said, it doesn't. It's not impactful. It just kind of like he break his arm. He's in the cast. He's in the hospital bed. They all join in and they watch this recap video.
Yeah.
That fourth grade
Right.
filmed, and that's it.
Yeah, it was just basically everything that they filmed. It was basically a whole like trailer of the movie itself.
There's not any apologies. It's not. Oh, the brother did sort of apologize.
The brother did, like, you can tell that the brother was really scared that, like, literally he almost lost his little brother, like, seeing him, and he takes out the orange juice. He's always with orange juice, him and the orange juice.
I know, what is with that?
So he takes out little orange juice containers from his, like, pants, and, yeah, he's just like, I'll split orange juice. So there was, like, a little moment there that I really appreciated.
I like that part, too.
It's like, I almost lost my little brother, like, let me appreciate this, let me treat him not so messed up. And
I think one of those friends should have died, though.
There was a lot of like big brother, little brother moments in the movie. I think one of the best lines that I do remember was from the older black one telling the littlest one,
You
like,
wouldn't trade
your closet
shit for their shit? Yeah.
It's like, I wouldn't trade you
can always be
stuff
worse,
in your closet
for
his, you know. And then he starts breaking each one of them down, you know. It's just like, this kid's the most poorest. He can't even afford socks, and
They
this
should
kid's
show
like
all that.
parents beat him. That's why he doesn't want to go home, and he skates every day. And I mean,
They should have showed every single one of those. At least a little flashback, something.
yeah.
Don't tell me about it. I'm watching
Show
the movie.
me, yeah.
Show me.
There was a lot of moments like that where, again, like, I felt like I wanted to know what the heck the mom was doing the whole time that she wasn't around. Like, she just wasn't around.
She was getting it in.
I guess.
She needs that $80. Put
And
the
then-
$80 on the counter.
And then I want to know what the heck the brother is doing. And, like, I mean, he seems older where maybe he's not in school anymore, but, like, I don't know if he's working or not, but he's, like, not home. So this... And you know what? It's funny, too, because I do remember growing up, and my parents were always working, but, I mean, like, my older sister would take care of me and my brother, but, I mean, we were at home, you know, after school every day, you know, and there was a lot of those moments. We didn't go out and start, like, all this craziness, though. But,
No, when you have a strong foundation at home,
Yeah.
you tend not to gravitate towards those people. Sometimes you do,
Mhm.
but that's rare. Usually, you know, you want to make your family proud.
Right.
You know, so you don't do stuff like that.
Yeah. And there was a lot of those moments where, like, the older brothers kind of, like, you know, influencing the little ones. Like, well, you want $40, it's there. You know, go steal from mom. You know, and it's just like, oh, man.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. That was an interesting scene. I didn't think he was going to say, no, I didn't steal it.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to see how the mom reacted towards that.
I wanted to see the mom, how
But-
it reacted towards the older.
Probably nothing,
older
because if the
brother.
little boy can tell her to shut the hell up,
Yeah.
then I'm sure the older one could too.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
There was no need to play that scene, I guess.
Again, like, it's just like, as much as, like, I did like the movie, there was a lot of missing pieces to it, you know? Again, and the only way that we can get that much information is if, I don't know, we can't make the movie longer than what it was. I think it was like...
You definitely could have got another 30 minutes. It wasn't that.
You could get a little bit out of it.
It
but
was
then
interesting. It wasn't like I was bored.
I wasn't bored, and that's the thing. The pacing of it was really good. I felt like if they were to cram more in, it would have just been too condensed. And they're trying too much to, like, throw all this 90s stuff, and it's just like, blah.
Well, our video's getting too long, so
Yeah.
we are going to wrap it up. All right, guys, that's our review. Let us know what you guys thought. If you even went to go see it. What are some things you guys could relate to? What are some things that you guys didn't like? Some things that you did like? Was it a perfect movie for you?
Right.
Let us know what you guys think.
I would rewatch this movie. I gave it a 4.0 out of 5, and you gave it a what?
I got 3.5.
3.5 out of 5. So pretty good scores.
Because the ending, it needs to be more impactful.
There you have it.
But, alright guys, that is our review. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, okay?
Alright.
Alright guys, we're out.
Peace.
Peace. 25 minutes.